Emperor Ping was an emperor of the Chinese Han Dynasty from 01 BC to AD 5. After Emperor Ai died childless, the throne was passed to his cousin Emperor Ping, then a child of 9 years old. Mang was appointed regent by the Grand Empress Dowager Wang.Dissatisfied with his father's dictatorial regency in AD 3, Wang's son Wang Yu conspired with Emperor Ping's maternal uncles of the Wei clan against Wang, but after they were discovered, Wang had not only Wang Yu and the Weis put to death, but also used this opportunity to accuse many actual or potential political enemies as being part of the conspiracy and to execute or exile them. From here onwards, the Han Dynasty existed only in name. Furthermore, Mang also designated his daughter as the empress consort to Emperor Ping to codify his legitimacy to power. Emperor Ping was allegedly poisoned by Mang after reigning less than 6 years because Wang was concerned that he would avenge his uncles, and his successor, the toddler Emperor Erzi, would be chosen by none other than Mang himself. Family background and life as imperial prince. Then Lu Jizi was born in 09 BC. His father Lu Xing was the youngest son of Emperor Yuan and the younger brother of Emperor Cheng. His mother was one of Prince Xing's consorts, Consort Wei. Prince Jizi had 3 sisters but no brother. He was born with a heart ailment, which, when afflicting him, causes him to have circulation problems, manifesting itself outwardly as having his lips and appendages turn blue. He was raised by his paternal grandmother Consort Feng Yuan, a concubine of Emperor Yuan, who then had the title Princess Dowager in Prince Xing's principality. Around the time of Prince Jizi's birth, Prince Xing was considered a potential imperial heir, because Emperor Cheng had no heirs. But eventually Emperor Cheng chose his nephew Lu Xin, because Emperor Cheng considered Prince Xin to be more capable than Prince Xing, and also wanted to adopt Prince Xin and make him his own son. When Emperor Cheng died in 07 BC, Prince Xin took the throne as Emperor Ai. Also in 07 BC, when Prince Jizi was just 2, Prince Xing died, and Prince Jizi inherited his principality as the Prince of Zhongshan. He continued to be periodically afflicted with his heart disorder. As a result, his grandmother Princess Dowager Feng hired many physicians and often prayed to the gods. In 06 BC, Emperor Ai, hearing about his cousin's illness, sent imperial physicians along with his attendant Wang Yu to go to Zhongshan to treat Prince Jizi. This, however, would have dire consequences of Princess Dowager Feng. The imperial attendant Wang was himself afflicted with a psychiatric condition, and when he got to Zhongshan, he suddenly, in a rage, left there and returned to the capital Chang'an. Once he did and was ordered to explain his conduct. He made up a false reason that he had discovered that Princess Dowager Feng was using witchcraft to curse Emperor Ai and his head mother, Empress Dowager Fu. Empress Dowager Fu and Princess Dowager Feng were romantic rivals when they were both consorts to Emperor Yuan, and Empress Dowager Fu decided to use this opportunity to strike at Princess Dowager Feng. She sent a eunuch, Shili, to serve as investigator, and she tortured a good number of Princess Dowager Feng's relations and her sister-in-law Zheng Zhixim to death, but still could not build a solid case against Princess Dowager Feng. Shili decided to show Princess Dowager Feng who was actually behind the investigation, by referring to an incident in which then consort Feng defended Emperor Yuan against a bear which had broken loose. Princess Dowager Feng, realizing that Empress Dowager Fu was behind the investigation, went back to her palace and committed suicide. In total, 17 members of the Feng clan died as a result of the investigations. Prince Jizhi, then still a toddler, was spared. In 01 BC, Emperor Ai died without an heir. His step-grandmother, Grand Empress Dowager Wang, quickly seized power back from Emperor Ai's male favorite Dongxian, and recalled her nephew Wang Mang as regent. Wang Mang quickly carried out a wave of retaliation against Dongxian and Emperor Ai's Fui and Ding relations, purging them from government, and at the same time purging many actual or potential political enemies, while at the same time pretending to Grand Empress Dowager Wang to be faithful to Han. Prince Jizhi, as the only surviving male descendant of Emperor Yuan, was considered the logical successor, and he was welcomed to Chang'an to succeed his cousin. Early reign and Wang Mang's aggrandization of power. Almost immediately after Emperor Ping took the throne, Wang Mang began to carry out a regime to return governmental structure to ancient days of the Zhou dynasty and the even more ancient Xia dynasty and Shang dynasty. He also aggressively pursued a program to build up a personality cult about himself, wanting to have himself recognized as a holy regent on the scale of the Duke of Zhou. In 01 CE, for example, after having his political allies convincing Grand Empress Dowager Wang of his great faithfulness and great achievements, he was created the Duke of Anhan, even though there had not been a single Duke created in Han history up to that point. Further, to appease both the disaffected nobility and the people, Wang Mang instituted a program to restore marquess titles to descendants of past imperial princes and marquesses, started a pension system for retired officials, and reduced taxes. He also bribed vassal states into making offerings of rare animals, viewed as signs of heavenly blessing, to Han. With all people praising Wang Mang, he managed to persuade Grand Empress Dowager Wang, then already 69 years old, to have him make the important state decisions, rather than have her do so, and Wang Mang immediately became the most powerful figure in the empire. To prevent Emperor Ping's Wei relations from becoming powerful potential rivals at court, Wang Mang limited the titles of Emperor Ping's uncles to acting marquesses and his mother consort Wei to Princess Xiao of Zhongshan, and only created Emperor Ping's three sisters ladies. He also ordered that the Weis, including consort Wei, and Emperor Ping's sisters not to be allowed to go to Chang'an to see him, but were to remain in Zhongshan. In 02 CE, to reduce the burden of the people in naming taboo, Emperor Ping's name was changed to Kan, since Ji and Z were commonly used characters. Also, in 02 CE, Wang Mang decided to have his daughter married to Emperor Ping to further affirm his position. Initially, he started the selection process of eligible noble young ladies. However, then, in an act of false modesty intended to create the opposite result, he petitioned Grand Empress Dowager Wang that his daughter not be considered, and then started a petition drive by the people to have his daughter be selected as empress. The petitioners stormed the outside of the palace, and Grand Empress Dowager Wang, overwhelmed by the display of affection for Wang Mang, ordered that Wang Mang's daughter be made empress. The Luquan incident and Wang Mang's seizure of absolute power. Wang Mang's son Wang Yu disagreed with his father's dictatorial regime and programmed to build up his personality cult. Afraid that in the future the Wangs would receive a backlash when Emperor Ping was grown, he therefore formed friendships with Emperor Ping's Wei uncles, and told consort Wei to offer assurances to Wang Mang that she would not act as Emperor Ai's mother and grandmother did, trying to become an Empress Dowager. Wang Mang still refused to let her visit the capital. In 03 CE, Wang Yu formed a conspiracy with his teacher Wu Zhang, his brother-in-law Lu Quan, and the Weis, to try to see what they can do to break Wang Mang's dictatorial hold. They decided that they would create what appear to be supernatural incidents to make Wang Mang concerned, and then have Wu try to persuade Wang Mang to transfer power to the Weis. Wang Yu told Lu to toss a bottle of blood onto Wang Mang's mansion or to create that effect, but Lu was discovered by Wang Mang's guards. Wang Mang then arrested Wang Yu, who then committed suicide, and his wife Lu Yan was executed. Wang Mang then executed the entire Wei clan, except for consort Wei. Wu was cut in half and then drawn and quartered. Wang Mang then took this opportunity to further wipe out potential enemies by torturing Wang Yu and Lu's co-conspirators, and then arrest anyone that they mentioned, and then have them either executed or forced them to commit suicide. The victims of this purge included Emperor Yuan's sister Princess Jingwu, Wang Mang's own uncle Wang Li, and his own cousin Wang Ren. He told Grand Empress Dowager Wang, however, falsely, that they had died of illnesses. Many other officials who were not willing to follow Wang Mang were also victimized in this purge. After this, Wang Mang's hold on power became absolute. In 04 CE, Emperor Ping officially married Wang Mang's daughter and created her empress. In 05 CE, Wang Mang revived an ancient ceremony intended for those who have made great contributions to the state, and had himself given the 9 bestowments. Circa 05 AD, Emperor Ping, having grown older, appeared to have grown out of his earlier heart condition, and it became fairly plain that he resented Wang Mang for slaughtering his uncles and not allowing his mother to visit him in Chang'an. Wang Mang therefore resolved to murder the emperor. In winter 05 AD, Wang Mang submitted pepper wine to the 13-year-old emperor, but he had the wine spiked with poison. As the emperor was suffering the effects of the poison, Wang Mang wrote a secret petition to the gods, in which he offered to substitute his life for Emperor Ping's, and then have the petition locked away. After a few days of suffering, Emperor Ping died. The throne would lie vacant for the next few years, as, although Emperor Ping's cousin once removed, the infant Emperor Zi would be selected as emperor, he would never actually take the throne. Wang Mang would serve as acting emperor and usurp the Han throne officially in 08 AD. Tomb Emperor Ping's burial mound is found in Zhouling district of Shanyang. The grave sits in a field with only a rudimentary sign and low fence to distinguish it. The latter has not proven effective in discouraging climbers, as there are worn paths leading up and down the hill. Era name: Yuanqi 1-5. Family: Father Lu Xing, Prince of Zhongshan, son of Emperor Yuan and consort Feng Yuan. Mother consort Wei. Wives Empress Wang, daughter of Wang Mang. Children none. Ancestry: